record labels will start reaching into the pockets of Twitch DJs. Microsoft and CWA forged a labor neutrality agreement, and the FTC launched an antitrust probe into Microsoft's deal with Inflection AI. It's Friday, June 7th, and this is Engadget News. Twitch has entered into a first-of-its-kind partnership with all of the major record labels that will force DJs who monetize to pay a fee to use songs in live stream sets. The actual percentage being paid out to these labels is being kept under wraps and varies according to the chosen monetization method. But the DJs and Twitch will reportedly split these fees 50-50. The company also says that it will cover more than 50% at first, but did not get into numbers. Twitch will also be offering a one-year subsidy to select DJs to help cover the difference between earnings and money paid to labels. The company didn't announce how it would award these subsidies or if it would cover all of the required licensing fees. It did say that the subsidy amount would reduce over time as the program increases in popularity. There are thousands upon thousands of DJs on Twitch, so it would be nice to get a little bit of clarification here. Engadget has reached out to the company and will update this post when we hear back. There's a sliver of good news here. This move is only for DJs who monetize their streams. If you're an amateur record spinner, you won't have to pay out of pocket. The labels will still get money from these streams because non-partnered channels will still contain ads, but Twitch will cover the costs. It remains to be seen just how long the company will continue this act of altruism. Why did Twitch do this in the first place? Well, the company says the previous model, which did not pay out to labels or artists, was not sustainable, calling out a variety of copyright issues that need to be considered that vary across regions. Twitch says it's trying to avoid DMCA takedown notifications and copyright penalties. Up until this point, DJs have been personally responsible for dealing with these issues. The program officially goes live this summer, along with a new DJ category for streamers. Microsoft and the Communications Workers of America have forged a labor neutrality agreement for all ZeniMax workers. The CWA says the deal is similar to the one from 2022 covering Activision Blizzard's workforce, which went into effect in April of this year. In 2022, the Xbox maker signed a formal agreement with CWA to respect Activision Blizzard employees' right to organize. Set to take effect 60 days after Microsoft's acquisition closed, it did not become official until earlier this year. It also extends Microsoft's early 2023 recognition of ZeniMax QA workers' right to unionize, and it now includes every eligible employee at ZeniMax. The CWA says the new agreement means Microsoft will take a neutral approach when employees express interest in joining the union. The workers can communicate with their peers and union reps about membership in a way that encourages information sharing and avoids business disruptions. According to the CWA, workers will have access to a decision-making process that respects their privacy if they wish. In addition, it includes a dispute resolution and arbitration process in the case of any disagreements between the union and Microsoft. Microsoft is also under investigation by the Federal Trade Commission over its deal with Inflection AI, according to the Wall Street Journal. Back in March, the company hired almost all of Inflection AI's employees. In addition, Microsoft paid Inflection AI $650 million to license its artificial intelligence technology. Now the FTC wants to know whether the companies deliberately structured the deal to avoid being the subject of regulatory antitrust review. As the Wall Street Journal notes, companies are required to report any acquisition that's valued at $119 million or more to federal antitrust agencies. The FTC or the Justice Department could then investigate whether the deal stifles competition in the industry and then sue to block the merger or the investment that it deems to be anti-competitive. When companies want to hire all the talent in another firm, They typically buy the other out in an acqui-hire. But Microsoft didn't buy Inflection, which denied that the bigger company has any power over it. Ted Shelton, its new COO, told the publication that it still operates as an independent company under new leadership. The FTC has already sent out subpoenas to both Microsoft and Inflection, asking for relevant documents over the past 2 years. If it does determine that the companies entered into an agreement in a way that would give Microsoft control over the other while dodging regulatory review, then Microsoft could be fined and the transaction could be suspended pending a more in-depth investigation. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism by contributors Lawrence Bonk, Mariella Moon, and Will Shanklin, and was voiced and produced by Spoken Layer. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with more tech news from Engadget.